What's up, ladies and gentlemen? How are you all today? Welcome to another episode of Phenomenal Views. I'm your host, Nick Smith, and this is my review for Fan4Stick. Yeah, not Fantastic Four. That is actually false advertising because this movie was everything but fantastic. It was the total opposite of fantastic. I'm just going to tell you all right now, this is going to contain spoilers, and nothing happens, and there's really nothing to spoil. Nothing happens in this movie. I mean, this is pretty much just exposition for another movie that I'm hoping doesn't happen because the movie was that bad. And the thing is, the cast didn't bug me. I didn't care that Johnny Storm was black. I mean, I really didn't. Like, earlier on in the film, they try to do something where, like, because Sue is adopted, they tried doing this thing, like, where Johnny was a little jealous of Sue, and then they drop it. Like, they instantly drop it. And they got all the characters wrong. They got all the characters written horribly wrong. Like Reed Richards, for example. After they get their powers, they're all experimented on. Reed gets out and he hears Ben crying and screaming for help. When he sees what has happened, an alarm goes off and Reed leaves Ben. And I was like, that is not what Reed would do. Reed would never leave any one of the Fantastic Four in peril. He would never do that. Guys, they're called the Fantastic Four for a reason. They're Marvel's first family. And so, like, pretty much throughout the whole entire movie, it's the government is exploiting the kids with the powers and wanting to use them for a good purpose in life. Whereas Sue and I think Ben is only doing it until they can find a cure, and Johnny is the only one who doesn't want a cure. And like when they come into contact with Reed, he's like, I can't help you. This is my fault. I was like, dude, okay, I understand you're a good actor, but act like you care at least. The script was written horribly. All these characters were written horribly. The thing with Doom, he is played by one of my favorite actors who gave us a good villain in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes in the form of Koba. And the thing is, I watched an interview with him, and he said he was going to try to portray Doom and give us a hint that he has had a tragic past when it's not there. There's nothing tragic about this guy. He is in love with Sue, and that's the only reason he agrees to be in the movie, pretty much, is Sue. And you want to know something funny? Everyone in the cast and everyone who directed this movie is ashamed of it. And what I mean by that is they do not call any one of the Fantastic Four by their hero names. No Mr. Fantastic, no Invisible Woman, no Human Torch. They call the Thing one time at the end of the movie. And oh, and here's another way how you know they're ashamed. We've come a long time from our garage. Yeah. It's fantastic. What was that? It's fantastic. Guys, I got the perfect name. Are you ready? Fantastic Cut. I was like, really, guys? You couldn't let them have a little bit of dignity? Not any dignity at all? You couldn't let them have it? I was like, my gosh, this movie was awful. I almost fell asleep 3 times in this dang movie. And the dad, Mr. Storm, this is his dialogue. I will not drop this. Johnny, you should be I can't believe you're doing this stuff again. I mean, son, you gotta do something special with your life. I was like, are you a freaking robot? Act like you care! Act like you care. I got the hiccups now. And this movie drained the energy out of me so much. Okay, so the only one thing I liked about this movie is that they went to another dimension, and that is where they got their powers. I liked that. And so when they get there, and this is honestly how bad the CG is, because when they get there, Doom puts his hand in a not real puddle. And I was like, guys, really? You couldn't have made something yourself? You couldn't have looked up ingredients on how to make something like that? You couldn't have gone to like a party store and found something like this? You couldn't have gone to frickin' Walmart and bought like some kind of goo? I mean, guys, do you know how lazy that spells? Do you know how much that spells lazy? I'm like, you could have written lazy, 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 lazy all over this movie. You know, like I said, everyone was ashamed of it. No one wanted anything to do with it. As soon as the movie was over, I bet you everyone was like, oh, thank goodness this movie's over. Thank goodness this movie's over. Guys, this is honestly one of the worst. This is this is the worst comic book adaptation I have ever seen. Now, taken into fact, I hate Spider-Man 3. I hate X-Men 3. I hate Ghost Rider. I hate Elektra. But Spider-Man 3 had good action. Ghost Rider had some okay actors. X-Men 3 had the guy who played Beast, who played him phenomenally. Elektra, I don't know, at least it had some... It had stick. Gosh. And the thing with their powers is they do not explain like how they have their power. Let me rephrase that. They do not talk about how the powers that they have reflects their personality, when this film did that. The 1990s film did it. They just have powers, that's it. And another thing, they tried to have Sue be the reasonable one, because that's what she is. She did it a lot in this film with Johnny and Ben, because there is a scene, and I'm going to review that movie, there is a scene where they're at this X game thing, and they're fighting, and she's like, you two need a timeout, you need to stop. I don't care, apologize to him. You know what, whatever. Even though Jessica Alba doesn't act good in that movie, at least she tried. And the thing is, like I said, the cast isn't bad, the characters are written wrong. So now, I'm going to talk about Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom looks like crap. You honestly want to know the reason why he's doing what he's doing? It's because they took him away from his home. Like, that is it. Doom isn't even on Earth for more than like maybe a couple minutes. Now honestly, when he was around, he was killing people left and right. He was blowing their heads up. It was kind of like a horror movie. I was like, that's kind of cool. But he's not even on Earth for that long. He gets in the teleporter, they all jump in after him, and he's basically trying to destroy the world, when all in all, he's been saying, we have been destroying our world. Kind of makes you think he's wanting to save it. And here's the thing. The thing with Doctor Doom is he believes the only way the world can be saved is if he is controlling it. He believes basically that world domination is the only way to save the world. Like, that is it. Like, that is one of his purposes for him being such a good villain, is because he believes the only way you can save the world is if you control it. And there's nothing like that here. Doom is just ticked off because they took him from his home, and he's trying to destroy the world so he can make a new one. He's playing God. And so, like... And if you honestly would blink, you would miss the action scene. That is how short the action scene is. Because, like, it goes, like, from them all trying to run at him, and he covers them all with rocks, and then Reed's like... He's stronger than us. And Johnny's like, he may be stronger than us, but he's not stronger than all of us. I was like, oh man, just end this already. And so they do. They kill Doom. No more Doom. Hopefully not a sequel. This movie isn't about anything. Because, like, only Reed and only Johnny and Ben are the only ones doing anything, but that's because really they kind of don't have a choice, except Johnny is enjoying what he's doing. But they just got everything wrong. The script was awful. The acting was awful. The CGI was an abomination. Guys, This is, like I said, this is the worst comic book movie I have seen. This is honestly probably one of the worst movies I have seen all year. This movie gets an F. A big F. That's a horrible F. But this movie gets a big F. And I was so glad when that movie was done. As soon as the credits rolled, I was like, bye-bye. I could not wait to get out of this movie because I was so freaking bored. Oh my gosh. But if you all have seen Fan 4 Stick, what did you think? What did you think about... Oh, hold on. Here's the reason I didn't go into why Doom looks like crap. Okay, so when they go to the other dimension, Doom puts his hand into the fake pool of stuff, and the thing gets disrupted. They're trying to climb back to the teleporter, and Doom falls into the stuff. So when they go back a year later, here's Doom's outfit. His suit has fused with his body. So that's why he looks like that, and he looks like crap. And then when he puts his hood on, I was like, no, just please make it stop. Make it stop. You know, like, for those who have ever played the Spider-Man 2 game, you know, like, whenever you have to take someone to the hospital, they're like, make it stop. Oh, make it stop. Oh, that was me throughout this whole movie. I was like, make it stop. Make it stop. Please, make it stop. Do something interesting. Act like you care. Make the Fantastic Four, because that's not who this was. Oh, and you want to know how, honestly, how embarrassing this movie was? Stan Lee doesn't even make a cameo. That is honestly 2 movies, I think, or 2 or 3 movies that I know Stan Lee has not made a cameo in. He doesn't make a cameo in The Punisher. He doesn't make a cameo in this. And I don't think... Well, maybe he didn't make a cameo in Elektra either. I don't know. There's a lot of movies he hasn't made a cameo of. A cameo in. But, guys, like I said, put in the comments below. If you've watched Fan 4 Stick, what did you think of it? What did you think of Doom? What did you think that this movie is a waste of time? Because that's all this movie is. This movie isn't a movie. It's exposition. That's really all it is. It's exposition over and over and over. It's 2 hours of... Well, yeah, it's 2 hours of exposition. That's all it is. Guys, and for those who are watching this video, thank you for taking your time out of your day to watch this. I really love making my videos for you all. And for those who have any more advice or anything, or if those who want to comment and subscribe, please do, and hit that like button. Guys, have a good day. Expect the review of Fantastic Four that came out in 2004, because I like that movie. Oh, gosh.